Welcome to Don't Worry, I'm Finite. I'm your host, Don McAvoy. Today, I'm talking to myself. Welcome back. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome to Don't Worry, I'm Finite, the podcast. It's been a while and I am back. My name's Don. I used to do this podcast regularly. I started it during COVID, like so many other people, and then it kind of just fell off when life started up again. I've been working on cruise ships for the past 6 years. I took a break during COVID, obviously, and during that time, things got really busy, and I just was never able to get back to this. But it is something I've always wanted to get back to. I enjoyed doing this podcast so much. I talked to so many creative people, and I got inspired by them. And I made new friends and I learned more about my old friends. And that's something that I really want to pick up again. And I really love sharing that with everybody else. And I think that inspiration translated to the audience as well. I hope that you enjoyed the previous episodes. If you haven't, go back and listen to those now. This is just to let you know I will be starting things up again. I'll be changing things up a little bit. I'm shifting the focus from simple art creativity to life creativity and inspiration and motivation, because I think there's creativity in everyday life. And we find inspiration through meeting people, through experiences, through travel. And there's just so much to be explored in the motivation and the art and the minds of other people. So I'm really excited to get back into that. I've made a lot of new friends since then. I've had a lot of new experiences. I'll tell you more about them as we go. But I just want to get into procrastination for this first episode, because that's what I've been doing. I've been putting off making this episode. I've been putting off getting started on this. And I have so many ideas. I have so many notes. I have so many thoughts, but I end up putting it off because I think, well, that's not perfect. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. The lighting wasn't exactly right. I didn't like that script. But then I realized the longer I put this off, it just doesn't exist. And I love quotes, and one of the quotes that I return to often is that perfect is the enemy of good enough. And that's not to say that it's good enough, just put it out there, it'll be fine. It's more that if you strive for only perfection and you're never okay with where you are, then you're never going to get there. You're never going to achieve anything, and you're never going to produce anything, because nothing is ever perfect. Sometimes you just have to put out what you have and you have to do your best, and then learn from that and make your next episode or your next piece of art better than that. Your next run, whatever it is. I've been putting off going for a run today as well, because I said, well, I have to do this podcast. So after this podcast, I'm going for a run. I promise. In that vein, there was a Lorne Michaels quote. Lorne Michaels, the producer of Saturday Night Live, if you didn't know, he always said, the show doesn't go on because the show is ready. It goes on because it's 11:30 on Saturday. So sometimes you just have to work with what you've got. You've got to put it out there and just go. So to that point, I am getting started with this episode. I want to tell you a little bit about what I want to do. I want to talk to people about what they're passionate about, what their passions are, and how they translate those passions into creativity, into creating, whether that means creating art, whether that means doing a sport or doing an activity, whatever that means to them. I want to talk about their mindset. I want to talk about their motivations and their solutions to problems like procrastination. And I hope that would help anyone else out along the way as well. I know procrastination comes up quite a bit, especially at the holiday times, because we've all put off, getting our holiday gifts, except for those few people out there who are saying, no, not me. No, I bought my Christmas gifts, right after the 4th of July. That's not me at all. It's a week and a half before Christmas. I haven't bought anything yet. I am so bad when it comes to gifts. I think about it all the time, and then I put it off, and I don't want to go to the post office. And stay tuned to the end of this episode. I will talk a little bit about my recommendations if you're in the South Jersey area. But I do always recommend that you support your local artists, your local creators. Go out there and give money to your friends who are creating things, and then gift those things to your other friends. It's like you're giving two gifts at once. You're supporting a small creator, and you're giving your friend a good, unique gift. So I have a couple of friends who are doing products in this area that I'll talk about. I am, speaking of procrastination, also finally selling my work online at don'tworryimaphotographer.com until Christmas with a discount code don'tworry24. That'll get you $20 off. So if you're looking for a photo metal print canvas or photo print, you can go over there and get one of those. I have 5 images up right now, 5 of my favorite of this past year. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm very proud that I finally put that up there. And I do hope you'll check it out. Maybe you'll find something you enjoy. Maybe you'll find a gift for someone else. I also have gift cards up there as well. But that is one of those big things that I've thought about for a long time, and I always found some reason to put it off. It's too hard. The website hosting costs too much. Whatever my excuse was, I found some reason to put it off another week, another month. It's not worth it right now. And then I had to just kind of pull the trigger and finally do it. And now that I've done it, I'm really happy that it's there. I'm looking forward to expanding on what already exists on the site, but I do want to see how it's going right now. So please go over there, take a look around. Even if you don't buy anything right now, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what your impressions of the website are. And if you have any other friends who are selling products or doing art that they're selling, let me know. I'd love to check it out myself, promote it on here, whatever I can do to help. That's one of those things that I think that's the smallest thing you can do, and the easiest thing you can do for your friends who are creators is just share something, like something, buy something, send somebody else there. That is what we need. We need that community. We need that discussion. And that is something that I really enjoyed about this podcast previously and this project in general, that I got to speak to these creators. They would tell me about their friends. They would tell me about their contacts, their inspirations, and I could be further inspired by them, and I can further support their projects, which gives them more energy, motivation, and interest to continue doing what they love. So if you have those people in your life, get out there and help them out. One of the things I wanted to read through that I wrote down, I really liked this thought. It's that when the world seems bleak, creating can be a way for us to reframe our perspective. We can seek out art not just to distract us, but to confront the issues with the world and within ourselves. And we want to find that purpose and meaning, and art is our way of conveying that. But it's also an entry point to a conversation. And that is the conversation I want to have here on the podcast. So I want to thank you for listening to this. Procrastination is the point of the day. It's something I've had to talk myself out of over and over again. I always know that taking that first step is the first and hardest step. Once you take that first step, the rest of them come much easier after that. And it's something that I just have to keep on relearning. It's so much easier to stay stationary once you're already stationary. But once you get moving, that momentum will keep you going. So hopefully you can learn from the mistakes that I've made. We all have to learn from our own mistakes. But with procrastination, this is the first episode of Don't Worry, I'm Finite. There's many more to come in the new year and in the new season. Look forward to that, and I hope that you will come join us. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have anyone you'd like to hear on the podcast. And I hope you have enjoyed this first episode. Hope this motivates you a little bit to get yourself out there and do a little something today that you've been putting off. And let me tell you about those couple of people that I recommend getting your gifts from. They do both have websites, so you can get them shipped. Just can't guarantee that they'll be there before Christmas or before the holidays, but they're great gifts for yourself or for someone else all times of year. The first one is my friends Kim and Chester. They have a farm called Copper Knoll Farms, and they do lavender products. They do artwork. They do so much really cool stuff over there. Go check them out at copperknollfarms.com. That's copper Knoll is Knoll farms.com. Go give them some love over at their website. And if you're in the South Jersey area, they do have a farm shop that they open up every now and then. Just check their website or their Insta to see when those hours are. I'll link that all in the show notes here. And also, my friend Joe does bath products, soaps, and candles at wildflowerandwillow.com. There's a hyphen between all those words, so that's wildflower-and-willow.com. That is some really incredible soaps and really beautiful and incredibly designed art pieces that are also useful bath products. So go check that out. It's a really beautifully designed, and she's a really amazing person. So go check her out, support her, and come support me one more time. Don't worry, I'm a photographer.com, and use that code DON'TWORRY24 for $20 off. And that's my plugs. This is my first podcast. This was the episode. What did you think? I procrastinated long enough, don't you think? It's good to be back. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you will stick around. Please do subscribe to the podcast so you'll get notified when new episodes come out, and come back for more very soon. I'm looking forward to all these new conversations I'll be having. Thanks for joining me. My name's Don. Go out there and be creative, and I'll see you next time.